Word. How do you feel about the F word, Nikki?
I love the F word. I use it regularly, proudly. Uh, I, when I was younger, didn't feel great about myself, didn't feel great about how I looked, and dieted a lot as a younger person. And sometime in my 30s, I just sort of decided I was done with that. And, having read fat liberation literature and really immerse myself in what it means to be free in this body that I have today. On any given day, this is the body I'm going to have. I have to, I'm going to live in it and I'm going to live well. And um, so that, so I became sort of an activist, a fat activist when I was younger. And then when I moved here to Los Angeles to pursue acting, um, the reaction to my body was so dramatic that it knocked me off my axis. I had been this really confident person who who didn't have, a ton of body shame, and I walked around sort of feeling like I'm the shit, you know what I'm saying? And then I got to LA, I got to Hollywood, and all of that just got knocked off course. And
And the question is, what has been your experience with costuming? Have you been comfortable physically and emotionally with the process and the costume choices? Have you had experiences where costumers have been open to collaborating with you or providing you with agency around costuming?
I have had the experience, I've had a negative experience around costuming where where I showed up and they didn't have a costume that fit me. Um, they have something called a size card, which tells you all the sizes that the actor wears. But they apparently didn't either, they didn't believe my size card or they didn't have my size card. So when I showed up, there was nothing to wear. So I had to supply my own clothes. Um, and that's happened a couple times. So, and I've definitely had, as a woman of color, I've been on sets where they didn't have makeup artists who knew how to do makeup for my skin tone. So
Um, but I'm wondering, like, when when would you play fat for laughs? Like, is there are we allowed to have fat jokes? Is it funny? Is it always offensive? Is there a way to do it where it's not at our expense? Like, when can your fat body be funny on stage or on TV?
for me, it's when you try to tackle the stereotypes, when you try to um, tackle the ideas that like the idea that fat people are eating all the time, or that we don't exercise, or that, like one of the things that we did was we did a parody song of the song Physical from Olivia Newton-John. And so we were all in workout gear and doing, a routine to that song, and we changed the words so that, it's let's get physical, but let's also get sexual. Let's also get, connected. Um let's also get in our bodies and feel good about ourselves. And so I think there are ways to tell jokes that are fat jokes if you're smart, and also finding a way to do it where when it's us telling the joke about
Hmm.
something that we've experienced, as opposed to someone who doesn't know anything about being fat telling jokes based on stereotypes.
Yeah, we say, and one of my favorite hashtags is fat visibility is activism. It doesn't have to, like just being there as you,
Yeah.
um, in all those other ways too.
I agree that just, with what you just said, the fat liberation is presence, is just being there. Like one of the things that we thought was so magical about Fatch is that you've never seen six like actual fat women on stage at the same time, sometimes in their underwear, being funny. And so I think just the act of putting ourselves out there is revolutionary in so many ways. And I think it's so important to, you know, to not shy away from the responsibility of being of owning the space that you're in, and take and being able to say, I'm here and I'm funny and I'm fabulous, and love me or leave, or screw you. So whatever.